Here's the cover. Can he do it? Kick out at 2.
Welcome back to the Kickout At 2 podcast, where today we're going to talk about our predictions for Stand and Deliver and then WrestleMania, as it is WrestleMania weekend. Woo!
The most wonderful time of year.
Even though it's gonna suck.
No. So, yeah, my rant this week, like I said to you on, I think it was Monday after watching Raw, like, it's not going to be great. But I think Stand and Deliver, actually, I think it's going to be better than WrestleMania this year. And that's a really bold statement, but I just think at the moment, again, I think NXT's cooking. I think everything they're doing in NXT at the moment is fab.
Mm.
Yes, I use the word fab because I am 100.
Fabulicious.
It's fabulous.
So, because I've been working all day and haven't watched NXT, you will fill me in on the ones I'm missing for Stand and Deliver. But we're going to start with the NXT Tag Team Championship, because that is what is at the bottom of my list, with Fraxium versus Hank and Tank.
Hank and Tank will run the gauntlet on Tuesday. So last night they ran the gauntlet against 4 other teams. I actually thought they weren't going to win it. Because the last team that came out is the team that's been really hot at the moment, which is it Briggs and the guy I can never pronounce his name.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
So I actually thought they might steal it at the last minute, but no, they've pushed the Hank and Tank. Does this mean Fraxium's going to drop it at WrestleMania and then have a split? I don't know. But it was a really good match from Hank and Tank. It was good to see them go through like 4 different tag teams, and I'm just trying to pull up the 4 tag teams because there was who was it? It's gonna bug me now.
Well, how long's Fraxium held the titles for now?
They've held the titles for, it must be closing on a year now. Must be closing on to a year now, because I'm currently rewatching a lot of NXT. And I'm back in 2024, and they're just about to win the titles, so it must be coming up to a year now. Yeah, it must be coming up to a year now, because
I haven't watched a lot of like Hank and Tank's matches, so I don't know. On this card, I'm just going to say Fraxium's going to retain.
Yeah, so it was the first one's out with the Wesley boys, so DuPont and Tyreek.
Okay.
So beat those 2. Then they went on to the Culling, so the 2 guys from the Culling, which wasn't Sean Spears, it was the other 2 that he has.
Yeah,
which is Brooks Jensen and Nico Vance. They're the 2 guys for the Culling. So they beat the Culling. Then they did No Quarter Catch Crew.
Okay.
And then they got to Josh Briggs and Yoshiki, which is why I think like they've gone through some really good teams there to get to like, the ultimate bit of beating Fraxium.
Yeah, it kind of looks like they're setting them up to win, considering they've gone through like those teams to get to this stage. But I still reckon Fraxium will retain.
Yeah, I think so.
It'd
be nice to have a bit of a
year.
change. Yeah, let them maybe get to the full year. Maybe we'll see.
Well, it's interesting because both of Nathan Frazier and Axiom have both been on Raw and SmackDown. Obviously, Nathan Frazier went up against Ray Phoenix on his debut, and Axiom went up against.
You want to say Dragon Lee or someone, don't you?
I thought it was Penta, but it wasn't Penta.
It wasn't Penta. No, I don't know.
Can't remember who the bloody hell it was. It's going to annoy me, but
who the bloody hell was it?
Who the bloody hell was it? I don't know.
I don't know, but again, I've been watching, like, going back into the archives and watching Nathan Fraser. When he came in, he was hyped up massively, and Axiom has had more of a slow build, I think. But again, Nathan Fraser against thingy last week. What was his name? My brain's just gone. Who did you just say?
Who? Oh, what? Ray Phoenix?
Thank you. Yeah, him versus Phoenix was a really, really good match, and it just kind of showcased Frazier. So the problem is, if they lose and they get called up, you're losing 2 of the best high flyers, if not the best high flyers out of NXT.
Yeah.
Because right now Wesley isn't really doing his high flying stuff, and there's no one really to replace. You know what I mean? A lot of them are bigger guys. You're
Yeah,
kind of taking away that lightweight, cruiserweight, flippy shit.
I think that's maybe why they could potentially bring them up after Mania, just because they are that flippy, high flying, really fast paced tag team where majority of the tag teams on NXT are quite heavy.
But then you're kind of overloading Raw and SmackDown with the flippy guys. You know, we've got the LWO, you've got Phantasma, you've got Phoenix, you've got Penta, Nathan Fraser. You know, and that's what I feel would be. They'd get lost in that mix. Rey Mysterio. You know, Mysterio had an amazing match this week on Raw. For someone that's 50 and he's flying around the ring like he's still 25 is insane to me. But I just think they should stay down in NXT a little bit more. But maybe a singles run. Maybe that's what they need.
Yeah, maybe that's why they've been bringing them over to Raw and SmackDown to have those single matches, just to see how they can handle a singles one. Maybe that's something they're looking into. But no, I'll still go with Fraxium to retain.
We'll go in Fraxium. Yeah, I'll stick with you. I think Fraxium will retain.
Cool. So prediction 1 for Standard Deliver. My next one is the North American Championship. Ricky Saints versus, you said, Ethan Page.
The ego Ethan Page. Yeah, two guys, a lot of history. Ethan Page won the Fatal 4-Way, which was against Wesley. It was Wesley, Ethan Page. I can never remember who else it was.
Wasn't it? Was it Lex?
Eddie Thorpe randomly,
okay.
and Lexus King.
Lexus King.
It was kind of funny because that match was really good. Again, all of them picking on Lexus King. And then it came down to Ricky Saints was on commentary.
Okay.
Got kicked out because he tried to bait Ethan Page. The ref kicked him out. The end of the match, Ethan Page wins. He wins cleanly as well, I should say. He hit that new twisted grin. So everyone hit like a big finish. He ran in, hit the twisted grin on, I want to say, Lexus King. Was it on Lexus King? Yeah, it was. So yeah. And then as he's celebrating, Ricky Saints comes through the crowd, drops him, hits a spear, stands above him. Everyone's celebrating, blah blah blah. So I don't think they're gonna drop the title at NXT.
I think
Standard Deliver
with Ricky Saints, they put the title on him really quick. So would they do the same? Will they let him drop it that quick and let Ethan Page have it, or will they just let him
for a while? Like this feud, I think can go for a while. I think it's really weird that they dropped Sean Spears that quick. Like I think it was his first defense, and he dropped it.
Yeah,
I don't think he defended it.
It would have been better if they did maybe had this as like a triple threat. Had it as maybe if they did so. Spears still had the title. Ricky Saints was a part of this fatal 4-way instead of Eddie Thorpe.
Yeah,
and maybe it came to like them two.
He was chasing it.
Yeah. So then maybe something between Saints and Ethan Page just kicked off, and then them two ended up fighting. Like I don't know, something and then it turned into like a triple threat for the title.
Yeah, but like I say, I think it's weird that they dropped Sean Spears so early, and then slapped it on Ricky. But because of the history in the background, it makes sense for those two to be feuding, whereas Sean Spears is kind of the outsider, if that makes sense. So going into a triple probably wouldn't have made too much sense. It would have been a better match because Sean Spears can still go.
Or if Spears was involved in so if again it's still a triple threat match, it was Ethan Page, but then Sean Spears did like a Rhea Ripley thing and like demanded he would be in this match.
Just has to get involved.
Yeah. Well, technically, he's entitled to a rematch. Everyone is. They get one rematch after their loss.
We say that, and it just never happens.
No, loads of times
we never see it happen.
So I'm gonna go Ricky Saints retaining as well.
Yeah, like I say, I don't see him dropping it. Not this early. There was a lot of like hype packages for the women's NXT Championship, so everybody got a video package.
Okay,
which was kind of cool. So you had, I think it was Jordan Grace starting, then it was Julia, then it was Jada Parker, and then it was Steph. Steph went back to the motherland, went back to Chile.
Chile.
Right.
So we're both in agreement. Ricky Saints retaining. Next is the vacant NXT North American Women's Championship. This is a 6-way ladder match. We got a ladder match at the WrestleMania weekend. It's not at Mania, but we'll take it.
This could steal the weekend. I think this could potentially be the match of the weekend.
Yeah, you've got Powerhouse
everything.
Zarya, you've got Kalani Jordan, the new Speed Champion Sol Ruka,
yes,
Izzy Dame, and the other two were who was it again?
Was Lola Vice. And then a really nice return and a really nice kind of like moment where she walked in as Andre Chase was kind of accepting help from the two lads that have been helping him recently. And she was like, yes, you can resurrect it. You have my blessing. And Thea Hall kind of walks in and then, the crowd goes crazy. And then her new theme song kicks in. So she's definitely been Death Rebelled.
Yeah. Got that Death Rebel treatment.
And it starts off by saying, like, I'm a full-grown woman. Legitimately, that's how her theme, like her music starts.
Okay.
She comes out as Thea Hall, so she is absolutely crazy. Still got that really like mad energy.
Yeah.
Wins it with the Kimura against Carmen Petrovich, the Sword Girl. So yeah, I think this could be match of the weekend. Like you've got everything from high flyers. You've got Zarya with the power. You've got Lola Vice in there as the UFC. You've got Kalani Sol Ruka. As the flippies, and then Izzy Dame, who has consistently been getting better, and then Thea Hall, I think, is the absolute wild card.
Yeah. She's kind of like
I can't tell you.
She's kind of like her energy and everything, like how crazy she kind of reminds me of who was the girl in Insanity and now is in White Six? What's her name?
Cross.
Yeah, Nikki Cross.
Yeah,
very very Nikki Cross vibes.
See Sol Ruka and Zarya taking each other out. So I see a big spot. I see a ladder spot or a table spot or something where they're both out of the equation.
Because I can see them two teaming up for majority of this, and it'll get to a point where they're the only two in the ring. There's a ladder. Yeah. They'll fight their way up to the top, and then there'll be like a massive suplex, some power bomb off the top of the ladder,
a big spot or a big through snatcher off the ladder.
Yeah, through a table, something like that off the ladder, and then I'm good. I want Zarya, but I reckon that Kalani Jordan's going to take it.
No. I think her time is gone. No. Also, Zaruka is the tag team they've come up with, which sounds very much like a Veruca. But Zaruka is what they've come up with.
Okay.
And on NXT, Zaruka was wearing the merch, which was kind of funny. It's going to be Lola Vice or Thea Hall. Thea Hale, sorry. I keep saying Hall. It's Hale. I think it's either like Lola has been around for a while now, and I think we need a bit of a dominating champion, if that makes sense. I don't think Kalani Jordan's got it in her. I was really surprised when Kalani won it the first time, when she was the inaugural. But I think the feel good story would be Thea.
Yeah.
Like I think the crowd reaction would be for Thea. Out of all six. Thea's going to get the biggest reaction.
Okay.
Izzy Dame, a little bit too early for her. While she is, like I say, she's improving massively. But I think, my heart says Thea Hale, my head says Lola Vice. But you're right, Zarya having it would be really interesting as well.
Interesting. Okay.
This is the problem. Like, there's 4 people in that match that I think could run with the title really well.
Gotta pick one.
I know. I'm gonna go Thea. Sod it. I'm gonna go with my heart. Let's see.
You're gonna go Thea. I'm gonna go Kalani Jordan. I'm gonna go Jordan. See what happens.
2-time. Really? Are they really gonna crown a 2-time?
Yeah, why not?
This early.
Why not? Then we go on to the NXT Women's Championship Fatal 4-Way match between Stephanie Vaquer, current champion, Jordan Grace, returning Julia, and Jada Parker.
Big match. Like I say, big hype packages. Really nice to see some big hype packages. Julia, I think they've absolutely repackaged Julia now as a heel.
It's good as well because like she wasn't even out that long. Like her injury wasn't.
There's so many conflicts. She was out a month.
Is that
so many
like
conflicting, like so much conflicting info? You know, some people were saying they took her out because she wasn't over with the crowd as much as Steph was. There was a visa issue. There was an injury. Like I don't know, but she's come back and she's come back. I want to say as a heel, but I think she's come back as Julia. And people were saying like she reminds them of what she was doing in New Japan. So she came back in and was basically just destroying everyone.
Yeah,
which I think is what you kind of want. Steph was like, "Oh, I've gone home. You know, I'm representing my country. You know, getting the emotional connection." Jordan Grace was like, "I'm the fucking juggernaut, bitch."
Yeah, she is.
You need to watch those. Yeah, you need to watch them. And then you know, Jada Parker was being Jada Parker, which again, her character work over the last year has been wicked. It's just got better and better and better. But she's not ready. I don't think Jada Parker's not ready. But I see Steph retaining. I just don't know how.
It's yeah, because it's one of those
who she's going to pin.
It's
That's
hard.
The other thing.
Yeah, it's hard because I would have said like Jordan Grace too early to hold that title, but then they gave it to Steph literally like a week or two after winning the North American title. I'm like, okay, so I'd like Steph to retain, but I kind of want Julia to take it back because she was kind of forced to give it up. Like she didn't relinquish it. She
still has a rematch.
She still has. She's still well. Technically, this would probably be classed as her rematch. But
I think if Julia wins it, she pins Jada. I can't see her. Although, from a storytelling point of view, if she pins Steph, that would be an amazing story.
I feel
because that story will continue. You know what
I mean?
Yeah,
I feel bad for Steph because obviously, if it turns out she loses, it's just like right, cool. A month ago, you picked up the North American. Literally, like 2 weeks later, you pick up the women's title. You then the following week you have to relinquish the North American title, and now we're going to take the world title off you. So it's just like you haven't held the belt for like. So that's why I kind of want her to retain, but I can see Julia picking the wing up.
I'm still going to go with Steph though. I think you're right. I think it would do her a disservice to drop the title this early. So yeah, I'm going to say Steph.
Yeah, I would
Julia, maybe Julia will come along later and be like, "I've got my rematch." Bitch.
Yeah, I'm going to put my money on Steph retaining.
Yeah, should be a good match though. Again, could be the match of the weekend. I just think the ladder match has just a few more elements of unpredictability.
It's interesting because we've gone for Fraxim to retain, Ricky Saints to retain.
Yeah.
Obviously, the women's ladder 6-way. It's a new champion either way.
Yeah.
Retaining for the women's.
Yep.
So, and then the last match I've got is obviously the NXT Championship Triple Threat.
Okay.
Obafemi, Trick Williams.
2 matches in between.
And JF. There's two matches I'm missing.
There's 2 more matches. Yeah.
Okay.
There's 2 more.
Okay. This is
Yeah. Do you want to do the other 2 matches before we do the big one?
Yeah, do the other 2. What are the other 2 matches?
So the other 2 isn't... Well, one of them is not really that important. It's a 6-man tag match, which is the D'Angelos versus Dark State. So they had like a car park fight this week on NXT.
Okay.
Which happened without Tony D'Angelo, but then at the end, Tony D'Angelo turned up with a crowbar, clipped everyone, called the police. Match made for Stand and Deliver. Don't really care, but I don't see Dark State losing their first televised match.
They're fresh.
What I do see happening, potentially, and this was again something some other people have noticed, was Stax was getting berated, and it kind of like looks like Stax could do a swerve here, and like imagine Stax suddenly becomes leader of Dark State. Like I know that we were talked about like Trick Williams, but it looks like Stax is either like going to turn on Tony, or there might be a big twist in this. I think.
Okay, could be some shenanigans.
Shenanigans is what I'm saying, but I'm saying Dark State are going to win that. I think they can't lose their first kind of big PLE.
All right, I'll agree.
And then the other one is the 4-way tag fatal Hang on, Fatal 4-Way Tag Elimination Match.
Oh yeah, you said this is the one that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so the winners of this match will then get a guarantee. They are the number 1 contenders for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. So it doesn't make any sense.
No.
Unless, and this is again a very like shenanigan-y kind of way, they insert themselves into the match at WrestleMania. And this is, I'll explain my theory in a second. So you've got Lash, the Metaphor girls, so Lash and Jakara Jackson.
Yeah.
Fatal Influence, which is Fallon and JC. Tatum and Gigi. And then you've got Roxanne Perez, and then the returning Cora Jade teaming up once again. If they win, which is my prediction, so Rox and Cora win, putting Roxanne at WrestleMania, this would be her way into WrestleMania.
Yeah, because Roxanne was at SmackDown and was just like, "Hey, I need a Mania match." It's just like, you're on NXT, shut up.
But then she went on to NXT and was like, "I need a match at Stand and Deliver to WrestleMania weekend," and this is where Cora Jade came up and was like, "Oh, I'm here. If you want to tag, I need an apology." So obviously they've made up.
Yeah.
But this, for me, would be an absolute way for them to get Roxanne onto the WrestleMania card for the weekend. Because, again, there's this big outcry online, and I'm sure you've seen bits of it, where people are like, I don't understand. She had an amazing Royal Rumble. She's appeared numerous times on the main roster, and then she's at the one of the biggest weekends, and she's not there. And people are kind of confused.
It could, because the women's tag championship match is on night 2. So
see, it's all making sense.
But I just don't know how. Is she going to rock up on night 1 and just be like, "Hey, Triple H, put me in the match for tomorrow"?
Why not?
Maybe. Who knows?
I've done last minute things all the time. But for me, this would be a massive way to get Roxanne on that main kind of roster thing for main sort of PLE. For WrestleMania weekend, this would be the way to do it, I think. Okay. Don't know. It'd be interesting because again, it just gives more exposure to NXT because there's so much going on this weekend. Like, it's insane. But that's what I was excited about. I think, like I say, I think Roxanne and Cora are going to win it. They're going to get inserted into WrestleMania. Or else, why make the match? This is
it's a bit random.
Why suddenly make a match to have the number 1 contenders? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me unless it goes on to go into. It might get announced tomorrow at SmackDown, but Friday at SmackDown.
Maybe.
But I've got theories about that match as well, about the women's tag match in WrestleMania. We'll come to that.
Yeah, I've got some stuff about that. Okay, then the last match. Obafemi, Rick Williams,
big match.
Javon Evans.
Thoughts, feelings, concerns?
There's no way that Javon Evans. No way he's taking that title. He's not winning.
Do you not reckon?
No. So it would be it would either be a retain or Trick Williams will pick up his second title win.
So the end of NXT is Javon Evans standing with the title over both of them after he dropped them both with a car, like his massive Javon car.
Oh, I thought you meant an actual car. I'm like, well, that's cheating. He run him over.
So they ended the NXT to Stand and Deliver with Javon standing tall over both of them with the title in his hand.
I just because of I don't know if it's because I didn't really like his feud with Ethan Page. Like his jaw was broken, and I think I was kind of bored of it. And then he's gone from that straight into this, and I'm just a bit like.
But then, if Oba drops his title, he gets called up straight away.
See, I think if Oba retains, Trick Williams gets called up.
Yeah. But if he doesn't, then Trick versus Javon Evans, I could absolutely be down for.
But then again, But if Oba drops, then he's entitled to a rematch. Like NXT seem to always.
In your bloody rematch clauses.
It's in the rules.
I know it's in the rules.
It's been there for like 50 years.
It makes more sense to bring Oba up, but it would be a massive like 15, 16 months for Obafemi. Like, he's held the US title after 5 matches. Then he won the NXT title, and then he drops it and goes on to the main roster within a year. Like, just over a year. It's insane. Like, how fast he's rising.
I'm just hoping that it's not... Obviously, it's Triple H era now. Things are different, where they bring up people really early, and they just like you get a little push, and then they just do nothing with you.
But he could again do a Braun breaker, pick up a title. Who's got the US title right now? LA Knight.
LA Knight.
Although Fatu's about to pick it up at WrestleMania, potentially.
We'll get to that.
I would pay money to see Fatu and him go. Him and Obafemi would be money.
Okay, I'm.
You're going to say that Oba's going to retain, aren't you?
No, because I don't want. Literally, there's someone's got to drop a title somewhere. It can't just be fucking.
They don't have to at all.
It has to. Has to be. Make it fun, entertaining. To make it entertaining.
So you're going to go Trick Williams.
It can't be a whole night. Yeah, I'm going to go Trick Williams for his second title.
Okay. Again, head and heart. I really want Yvonne Evans to pick it up because I think it'd be hilarious that Oba then gets called up. But I think Oba's retaining. I think he's going to hold on to it.
The only way I can see if Evans wins, I can see both Oba and Trick go at getting pulled up. Because then, like, Evans can have a feud with Ethan Page again, and like, because I can admit Oba and Trick, they're kind of like the odd ones out in NXT. They're like, they're.
What if I said though, Oba versus Orton at WrestleMania?
Nah, I've already got a thing for that. No, ain't happening. I've already got a thing for that.
Why not?
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
No.
Orton comes out, open challenge.
I've already got my thing for this open challenge. It's not going to be Oba.
Somebody fight me.
No,
Oba's music comes across.
Nah.
Ugh, mate, goosebumps.
I put money on Moose over Oba. On Apollo Crews.
Something wrong with you. Apollo Crews comes out. I'm turning it off.
WrestleMania is ruined.
No, everyone's listening to me right now. If Apollo Crews walks out at any point during WrestleMania, other than to do like handshakes, I'm out. I'm turning it off. We're not watching it. It's done.
I'm right. Back to I'm going Trick. I'm going Trick.
Cool. I think NXT card is really, really solid. Like really solid. Really looking forward to, like I say, looking forward to the ladder match. Looking forward to the women's match. And I think it's going to be a really, really strong start to the weekend. Because I don't count SmackDown.
No. Cool. So to recap my predictions, so I've gone with Fraxim to retain, Ricky Saints to retain, Kalani Jordan, Stephanie to retain, and Trick Williams.
Cool.
I've have gone pretty much the same.
Yeah, apart from Oba Fenny, and we both agreed that Rox and Cora are going to win the women's.
So we both agreed Fraxim. We both agreed Saints.
Yeah. We're
torn. So I've gone Kalani Jordan.
I've gone
Thea. Yeah, we both agreed Steph. And then we're torn. Me, Trick, you, Oba.
Yeah, and then the Dark State are going to win. And Roxanne and Cora Jade are going to win.
Yeah. Cool. I'm done. Cool. It's booked. Happy days. Right. Now let's move on to the main
Night one
show for the weekend. Night one.
I'm just not excited for this WrestleMania, man. Like, there's been some really good build up, and then some absolute crap, and then some absolutely things left behind, and it still doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, we'll go through matches and like. I say I'm not excited for most of these. So we'll go for night one. I don't know if this is actual order. Obviously, I know the top one is correct, but whether the rest are, it's a bit because we don't know what's opening. So I've got Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Don't care. Couldn't care.
Jade's going to win that match.
Jade's going to win. We'll move on.
Although we say that, right? Again, the build up for it has been good because Naomi, as a heel, I think is doing some of the best promo work I've seen Naomi do. Jade, I think, is just gonna kill her.
Yeah,
basically, and I hope the crowd kind of just chants what we all want it to chant. So, I think Jade's gonna absolutely destroy Naomi.
Yeah, it's a match. Again, it's going to be one of those. Oh, if it's not the opening match and it's like it's a filler match that I'm just going to be like, cool, pee break, grab some food, something like
Yeah.
that. Then I've
No
got
disrespect.
this match I'm excited for: Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano,
You mean Chad Gable?
the medium Americano from Starbucks, Chad Cable.
Yes, I do.
Grande.
I agree. I think, like I said, I mentioned a minute ago, like Rey Mysterio is still flying around the ring like he's 25. Yeah, he's pushing 50 if he's not already 50.
Obviously, we can all agree. So two things could happen.
Damn, he is 50.
He is actually 50. Damn.
1974, he was born.
Damn, same age as you.
What?
You old bastard.
You old man.
Either Americano's going to get unmasked during this match, or we're going to find out who he went to go see, who his trainer was.
So you think that this is going to be a reveal?
It's either going to be reveal of Chad, even though everyone knows it's Chad, or it's who he went to Mexico to find in that thing.
I don't think it's going to work out in time. So there was this whole big theory that was floating around the internet, and I really liked that idea, but it doesn't work in time. So a certain Lucha Underground star was recently let go from New Japan. I say let go. He requested his release. I don't know how much you know about New Japan and or Lucha Underground and or the Indies.
Who is it? Let me know, then I'll tell you.
Jeff Hobb.
Oh yeah. We talked about this.
Yeah. So Jeff Hobb has now officially finished. He's been relieved of his tag team belt, and is apparently on his way to WWE. But apparently, more interesting, he's been under contract for WWE for the last 3 months. But he was in Lucha Underground as like the Kane-esque character, and I can't think of his name, and it's going to bug me. But I am a massive fan of Jeff Hobbs. He is a big guy, but again, he's one of those guys that flies around the ring like a luchador.
Okay. So what you reckon? He's the one who Chad Gable went.
If he came back in his Lucha Underground gear, so he basically looked like a darker version of Kane. He was wearing all black with a black mask, essentially. Is it Jeff Hobbs or Jeff Cobbs?
It's Cobb.
Cobbs, isn't it? I keep saying. What is wrong with me today? I can't announce people's names properly. I'll have to send you a picture of what he looked like. But yeah, he came out and he was in Lucha. I think he was in Lucha for all 4 seasons. Did you ever see?
It's interesting because obviously WWE announced they've picked up Lucha Underground.
Yeah. Did you ever see Death Race? The film with Jason.
Oh, Jason. Yeah.
Yeah, and he has a mask, like the Frankenstein mask.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same kind of thing that he looks like. But Jeff Hobbs is obviously 6 foot wide and 6 foot tall.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how he looked in Lucha Underground. So I'm a big fan. But again, there's the Lucha kind of thing. So he might have gone and seen him for the dark arts.
Yeah.
Of Lucha. Which I would be down for. I'd love to see that. But the problem is, with an indie wrestler, is not everybody knows who he is.
Mm.
You know what I mean? We've been really lucky with Penta and Phoenix that everybody knows who they are. And that's is that AEW success? I'm probably going to say yeah.
Again, because it's one of those yeah, because it's either going to be because obviously it's not going to be his music hits because no one's going to know what his fucking music is. It's not. It's going to be
anybody's bloody music.
Anyway. Yeah, exactly. So it would be a case of jumps out from under the ring.
Yeah, I just sent you the picture, by the way.
Okay. Obviously, then reveals who it is, and everyone's just like, "Oh my god, it's Cobbs."
Yeah,
but then again, as you say, people were like, "Who the fuck's this?"
Yeah,
which I reckon a lot of that, the younger audience won't know who the fuck it is. Majority of that audience, all the ones that are just diehard WWE fans, won't know who the fuck it is.
No. Then that's a really good way to do it. So he could just come out, smack Rey Mysterio down, Chad then pins him, and then goes into Raw after, and then reveals who he is. So could just have a masked guy come running out, do the tour of the islands to Rey Mysterio, which would kill Mysterio, 'cause I love that finishing move. It's one of my favorite ever finishing moves. And I think actually, now that I've said it, he's done it to Mysterio in
Okay.
Lucha Underground.
But you're
obviously Mysterio was in Lucha for a little bit.
He was. Okay, so you kind of agree that one of my two things could happen then, either interference.
Yes,
and
I'm going shenanigans.
You're going shenanigans.
Yeah, shenanigans all the way.
And Grande Americano's picking up the win.
Yeah, there's no way there's a clean win.
Cool.
Matanza is what he was called in Lucha Underground.
So we're in agreement. Grande Americano is going to win. Yeah. Shenanigans involved. Yeah. Somewhere.
I should be a writer for WWE. My theories are amazing.
It's either that or it's just like it's getting really fucking predictable. even though they do throw spanners in the work, and they have caught a lot of people off guard with certain things over the last couple of months.
Or there is going to be more shenanigans with the LWO and the Creed brothers.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Like there's that element to it as well. And I don't know, like again, there's been leaks of the stage. The ramp for the stage is like 50 to 60 meters long. It's huge.
They've had that. I remember they had that before, and it was just like
the Seth Rollins cash in. You know that ramp. It's that kind of style of ramp. It looks absolutely massive. So shenanigans might be a little bit difficult, but we'll have to wait and see. It'll be,
you know, yeah. If it's interference, he'll be under the ring or in the crowd.
If someone turns up in a tank again, just saying.
Right. then I've got the United States Championship match. LA Knight, Jacob Fatu. We kind of both, like you said, and I kind of in agreement. Jacob Fatu will pick up the win here.
Absolutely. And if he doesn't, the crowd's going to riot.
Yeah, I don't.
It's not going to be clean.
No, because I think I don't think there will be shenanigans involved, depending on because obviously at the end of what was it, SmackDown, obviously Randy Orton was beefing with Solo Sikoa, and it was just like, okay, so are you two? Is that Randy's match? It hasn't been confirmed.
Yeah,
is that going to be your match?
Suddenly, just go no.
Yeah, and then again, it's one of those ones where if I said like Randy's going to come out at main, it's just like, right, fucking sick of waiting, an open challenge, someone come out. Would Solo then come out for that? I don't want Solo. I want Rusev.
Mate, nobody wants Solo.
Yeah, I said before the Solo and Tonga came out that I reckon Randy Orton's going to do open challenge, and this is when Rusev or Miro, depending on where you watched him from, this is where he returns, because it's confirmation he has signed. It's just waiting for when he's going to return. But I reckon this could be imagine if Def Rebel don't touch his fucking music, leave his music alone, keep his old music, because leave it alone, don't fucking touch it. If you've got a problem, come see me. Because if you play some random fucking music, like you did with Finn Balor at Rumble and some others, it's just like everyone's going to be like, who the fuck's this? Then he comes out, then he gets a pop. Like, no, you hear the music, get fucking Aiden English to come out, do his announcement.
He can. He can.
He can.
Yeah. We've said it can.
Yeah, we've said it on previous episode. He can. Comes just does his little.
Yeah.
Like, people will lose their fucking shit.
Absolutely. Yeah, like I say, if Randy does an open challenge. And Rusev, bloody hell, if Rusev comes out, like I say, I'd be happy with Obafemi. This is just me. I want somebody who Randy hasn't faced in a while or hasn't faced at all to come out and slap their marker down for WrestleMania.
I want
or Aleister Black.
Well, he's confirmed. He's confirmed for next week, the Saturday after Mania, which is weird. Why would it be the week after? But yeah, I think
the Raw after WrestleMania that week is always interesting because that's when people generally return or turn up or lose their titles.
Yeah. So
sorry, Matt Cardona.
Between Rusev and Obafemi, Rusev would get a much bigger fucking pop out of the two. I need something to save Mania. I'm not saying this match will save. I need Rusev. You need to come and get some hype into Mania because so far it's not looking good. But then again,
and then last year's WrestleMania, like the last event, that last 5 minutes, like saved WrestleMania.
That's what I mean. So like this,
nobody expected that last year.
No,
and that's but the
then
problem is now we all want it this year. We need
Yeah.
something like that this year.
That's what I mean. This is what we need. This is what has to happen. It needs to be Rusev. But then, if it is, do you let Rusev on his return to WWE pick up a win against Randy, or does Randy get his 20th Mania? Like, is it his 20th Mania? 15th Mania?
I think so. Yeah,
20th.
It's a lot of
like
Manias.
Are you going to let him win at his 20th Mania, or are you going to let him lose?
Yeah,
that's the only problem. Well, I can't decide who I would want. Like, obviously, I want Randy to win. Like, yeah, he's 20 years. It's Randy. Everyone likes Randy. Yeah. He's gone through a lot. But I want Rusev to win. He's returning. Like, can't return on a loss.
What if it was Sammy? Oh, this is my other theory. El Generico, just for the El Grande match. Sorry, I forgot to mention El Generico because we haven't seen Sammy for a while. What if El Generico came out?
Oh, what? And he was there.
Sammy's music.
And what? And
was the other guy that
was the other guy
him.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, just a theory that I had in my head.
Fair enough.
They've never touched El Generico in WWE at all.
But yeah, right, off topic. So yeah, Jacob for 2. Jacob for 2.
Topic. We're talking
about true. We are. Yeah, so we're going with Jacob for 2.
For 2's going to win.
Right, let me. I'm putting my.
Into it. But the problem is, it won't be clean. It can't be clean. If it's clean, there's no story.
Yeah, because it all depends on if Solo gets involved with Randy Orton. Like, if there is an open challenge.
The other Tonga is now clear to come back.
Yeah,
so
it Tama?
He comes in.
Tonga Lola, and then Tama Tonga.
Yeah, maybe one of them comes back and interferes.
Yeah.
Did you hear Randy do that?
Yeah, it was great. It was fucking brilliant. It was good.
But that's my point. Like, if he wins clean, there's no story to go with. If one of them interferes and helps him win, the story can continue. You know what I mean? Because then, like, Fatu's like, don't need you, F off, leave me alone, blah, blah, blah. Fight for the bloodline again. I don't know. I think there needs to be a continuation of that story. They can't let him win the title and have no continuation from it, no fallout from it.
Do you reckon Braun will come out and cost LA Knight the title by accident?
Potentially as well. That's what I mean. Like, I can't see it being a clean victory.
Man, a lot of these matches we've got like really interferences from somewhere
tomorrow and be like, there is now a stipulation to the match. That would make me happy. Because again, there are no stipulation matches. There's very few stipulation matches in this. But yeah, I think Jacob's going to win the title.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I'll put my money's on Jacob. Then I have the World Tag Team Championship match: War Raiders versus the New Day.
Winning.
You reckon?
With absolutely no build-up, yes, I think the New Day are going to win the titles and run with it for a little bit.
Out of like,
Which sucks.
Yeah, out of. I'm annoyed because I would much rather it be the SmackDown tag titles and have it as like a fatal like.
How that isn't at WrestleMania is still beyond me.
Because it should be. It should be Street Profits versus Motor City versus DIY versus Pretty Deadly. That's the tag match you need, not War Raiders versus New Day in a ladder match, not the War Raiders versus New Day.
No, again, no disrespect to those guys, but there was literally no build-up. There was a week's worth of build-up, like 2 episodes worth of build-up.
Yeah, I can't. I'm pissed that, like, if I was Street Profits, I'd be fuming that. Okay, my tag match is on Saturday.
Unless there is a big return happening. In the terms of like Big E coming back.
Imagine.
Or coming out and, you know what I mean? Like, if Big E came out dressed as a fucking unicorn, doing the proper New Day suck stuff, done.
So, what was his name? Who was gonna basically be Big E's replacement, but then
Odyssey Jones.
Yeah, imagine if Odyssey Jones, because obviously it came out he wasn't convicted, he was innocent. So like WWE apologise and be like, hey, look, come back and be a heel for New Day.
I can see that. again, like I think there's a reason why they're on the card. Like there's not a match on there that doesn't have a reason behind it or will become apparent. I think that's the better way for it. I still think, looking at the nights, there's 7 on one night, 6 on one night. So there is still the smallest potential that we get the tag team match announced tomorrow at SmackDown for night 2 of WrestleMania. Like the smallest potential.
7 for night 1, 6 on night 2. So I think Randy can go in. Randy will probably do his open challenge in night 2. Just to bring it even, but yeah, I'd
like the SmackDown boys to do night 2 as well. Like, but it's just not going to happen. Like, I know it's going to happen on SmackDown tomorrow. SmackDown is too close. They can still do it.
They can. It's a little bit too close.
Some stuff. My concern about Street Profits is when the contract is up, they're going to leave. Like, I think they're one of the most underutilized and potentially, I don't want to say it out loud too much, but one of the most underappreciated tag teams I think that we've seen in the division for a long, long time. And you can see the work that the boys have done in the gym, like from when they started to where they are now. And Montez Ford, like the height he gets on that bloody frog splash,
it's ridiculous.
Mate. His athleticism is beyond anything. Same as Ford. Ford's power is just getting bigger and bigger, but the fact they put the belts on them was the right choice.
They said it's
like a match at WrestleMania.
Took a further 2 years to get the belts back. They haven't held those belts for 2 years,
but they're in the mix with some of the best tag teams in the world right now.
That's what I mean. Like that should be at Mania. Their match. So like even if it wasn't like a 4-way ladder match, I would still much rather see Street Profits versus Motor City rather than fucking War Raiders New Day.
Absolutely. One of the all-time greatest tag teams ever in professional wrestling in the Motor City Machine Guns. You know how big a fan I am of them, with 2 of the probably biggest and best workers within the wrestling world in DIY as well. You know, and Pretty Deadly add another element to it of just like a little bit of fun and a little bit of chaos. You know what I mean? They remind me so much of the Fashion Police.
Yeah.
Like, imagine them, like, fucking hell, 4-way of them. That would be insane.
It'd be great.
But they deserve to be on Mania. The War Raiders New Day doesn't, but there has to be a reason for it. Like, and I can't understand what the reason is, but there has to be a reason for it, other than the New Day picking up the belts.
Are War Raiders contracts coming up?
No idea. They've been so injured. Who bloody...
Just trying to think if they're like you say, unless New Day are taking it. Yeah, I can't see any other reason why this should, because it was just build up shit. And but cool. I'd agree. Yeah, New Day's picking up. It's the only logical reason I can think of. New Day. Cool. Then I've got you're muted.
Get muted? No idea. Apparently, Kofi's contract ended at the end of 2024. Potentially.
Okay, well, it clearly can't have because we're now April, like mid-April.
Yeah, but he was off injured, so maybe they've done the injury thing. So I think Kofi's and Xavier's contracts are up this year.
Actually, yeah, I did see that. Woods is up. Like, I think end of this month. I think for some, I don't know. Someone's contracts are up this month.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's interesting, isn't it? So
maybe that's it. Like, if we let the New Day win, they'll re-sign contracts.
Yeah, I mean, why would they leave?
Well, that could be a part of that. Could be a part of the deal. Like, we'll re-sign, but we're picking up the titles at Mania. Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Okie dokie. Yeah. So New Day on that one. Then I've got the Women's Championship, Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte. Again, I'm not. It's going to be a pee break, get a snack break. I
like the controversy that's gone around it.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been funny.
Yeah, it's been an interesting build-up, and
both of them going off script and mentioning stuff they shouldn't have.
Did you see the Becky Lynch interview that came up recently?
Yeah, you sent me it.
I think again, it kind of just all contributes to where Charlotte is and where her headspace is. I've been saying this for years that I think she's massively overrated as a wrestler. Tiffy's picking this up. I can't see them dropping a title.
Yeah, no, I want and can see Tiffany retaining.
She is young. She is over with the crowd. Unless there is some shenanigans, I can't see Tiffy dropping it. So I am happy to say Tiff.
The only thing I can't is what the after, like what's if she,
What's
obviously
next?
what's next for Tiffany or what's next for Charlotte. I can't see where it's going to go from there. That's the only thing that I'm struggling with. Depending on who, regardless of who wins, Tiffany retains. Like, what's her next?
Know who might come back and cost her the title? Oh, Jax.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we ain't seen her in a while.
This is my only other thing. So we talked about like continuations of stories and feuds. If Charlotte wins, there is the possibility Nia Jax comes back and costs Tiffy the title.
Man,
it goes into that little debate for a little bit.
This could be a very shenanigan heavy weekend.
I think, yeah, I know we live in this shenanigan world and we always want to see something, but I think sometimes like it's not so clear cut, is it? Like if Tiffy wins, where does she go next? Who does Charlotte then fight? You know what I mean? Like the problem with Charlotte is she's always got to chase something.
Yeah.
Or be the champion. You know what I mean?
But yeah, again, I'm not overly interested in this match. Again, same with like the next.
But now I've said that bloody Nia Jax is coming back. I'm like, actually, Charlotte might win that.
Okay, are you going to change? I'm sticking with Tiffany.
No, I'm sticking with Tiffy. I'm just thinking it could happen now.
World Heavyweight Championship: Gunther, Jey Uso. Yeet. I feel really. I feel really bad for Charlotte and Jey because this is like they won the Royal Rumble and it's just like the whole tagline for Royal Rumble is you win it, you main event WrestleMania. Yes. Neither of them are main event in it.
No, and you know what I've said about it, like having it at Elimination Chamber took away the fact that they won the Rumble. Like, oh, well done. You survived 30 people. You get your shot at Mania. Wicked. And then next month it's like, oh, well done. You beat 5 other people. Potentially, maybe even one person. And you won a title shot.
Yeah.
So it completely took it away. And I think Gunther said it as well. I think he said in an interview, like, it's been really hard to keep the momentum for 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, to keep up the Jey and his, like, although Gunther's like, Gunther? Walter? Whatever you want to call him. I want to call him Walter. Bring back the Walter. His promo on Raw on Monday was probably the best thing I've seen him do.
Yeah.
In this whole feud, like he was the Gunther of old. Like he was Walter. He was angry.
I think it's really hard as well because like as much as I can 100% see Gunther main event in Mania, but when you've got a contest with Cody Rhodes and John Cena. And then Seth Roman and CM Punk. It's just like you're not gonna main event. Maybe next year, but this year, yeah. When you've got those, because there's no way they would have done Seth Roman and CM Punk as like the opening match or the second match. Like they're the current biggest stars that WWE have.
Yeah.
So I do feel bad for Gunther not getting his main event. I feel bad for Jey for not having his main event. Like, that's the whole purpose. And he's main event Jey Uso, where you're not. This weekend, you're not main event. You're WrestleMania.
It's going to be mental. It's going to be hot as hell for Jey.
Oh, that crowd, yeah.
Crowd,
it's going to...
With the stupid stupid rapper, whoever he's going to bring in.
I reckon that's why they've made it a 9-hour show, because it's going to take an hour for the crowd to calm down off his entrance. He's going to be yeeting for an hour.
The kickoff is on Friday. I sent you the lineup. The kickoff show is on Friday. It makes no sense. The WrestleMania
I don't know.
On Friday.
Yeah, I don't get how WrestleMania kickoff's on a Friday. Because
basically, it goes.
So it'll be SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Oh, okay.
And then apparently, then into Hall of Fame really late at night.
Hall of Fame's normally on a Thursday.
Yeah,
which is weird.
What's going on? And then.
So they do Hall of Fame on a Thursday because they normally do,
and then goes into WrestleMania Night 1.
Yeah, because it always used to be WrestleMania on the Thursday, SmackDown the Saturday, no Friday. Then it goes kickoff show Saturday into Night 1, and then Night 2.
Not anymore.
Okay. Random.
Not anymore for you, sir. Yeah, so it
Wait,
goes,
when's the
SmackDown, and then Hall of Fame. So SmackDown's at 8 p.m. I'm doing American times. SmackDown is at 8 p.m. Hall of Fame is at 1 a.m.
That's in America.
Yeah.
Damn, 1 a.m. in America. Damn.
And then they're doing Stand and Deliver 12 hours later at 1 p.m. Then WrestleMania Sunday starts at 7 p.m. in America.
Yeah, because wasn't there like an hour or two difference between Stand and Deliver and Night 1?
Yeah,
that was a big. That was the big.
Starts at 1. It's scheduled to finish at like 5.
Yeah,
and then
2
everyone's
hours.
got to move over to WrestleMania for 7 o'clock. 2 hours later.
Yeah,
that's mental. And then WrestleMania Night 2 starts at 7 o'clock. And then WWE World, but we don't really care about that. And then Raw and NXT are the same day, or on the same day next week, which is Monday.
Interesting.
For some reason, they're
at the same time
at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock on both of them.
Which one are you going to watch?
Both will be on Netflix. So
yeah, true. But if you were there,
Raw would be more interesting than NXT. No offense to NXT.
Yeah, Raw first, NXT second. But yeah,
it's mental. Someone said to me the other day that the 1 a.m. Hall of Fame, and I was like, what? That makes absolutely no sense.
I feel bad for the wrestlers going to that at 1 a.m.
It's insane. Because you're not going to have any representation of like NXT there.
It could be knackered.
Be at home getting ready for something. Yeah. Insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
So back to who you got? Gunther, Jay. Who you got?
Good question. That is a really good question, and something I don't think I can answer right now.
Need an answer? It's prediction show. This is the predictions.
Jay.
You gotta go, Jay.
I think they're gonna let him. They pulled the trigger at Rumble. I don't think he's lost the popularity, but I think he's lost momentum. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think the celebration of him winning is going to be better than Gunther's. So, yeah, I think you're right. They need another hour for the crowd to get hyped and the crowd to get down. So, yeah, I'm going Jay.
Okay, I'm going Gunther. Just because I can see him going on and then feuding with the people that are in the triple threat.
Okay.
Because did you? Oh, well, Brock Lesnar comes back. But yeah, so that's
triple threat.
The main event for night 1.
Oh, the big triple threat.
The big triple threat. The main event.
Do you think that will then?
Well, did you see at a fan show, CM Punk took the title off of Gunther? He actually won the title in an off show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he beat Gunther and won the world heavyweight title.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I'm going with Gunther. There
was a random video on TikTok today where a guy was trying to order some merch, and it was the world heavyweight title as a pillow, and underneath it said "Celebrate the title reign of CM Punk."
Ooh.
And he was like, "So this is leaked." And it's like, when?
Could be any time in the next year.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I think they've got to follow through with the plan. They don't have to, but I think they need to follow through with the plan.
We don't know that's the plan, though. We're assuming that's the plan, that Jey Uso's going to win, but it's not.
Plan.
It's a stupid plan.
I don't disagree. To be honest, I think everyone was surprised when he bloody won it.
Again, it's one of those ones. So the only reason I say Gunther's going to retain is because I can see him going on and feuding with either Seth, Roman, or Punk.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck's Jay going to do if he wins? He's not going to go feud with these guys.
Fight Phoenix.
Yeah, Penta, Phoenix, LA Knight, those guys,
Knight steps up. Yeah.
Again, I can't see Jay feuding with any of these other guys. Doesn't make sense.
But could they not do a
if he feuds with Roman Reigns would just kick the shit out of him and take the title back. Yeah. It's just like,
no, Jay held his own against Roman.
Yeah, but again, I don't think he could do it
Would they not
second
do a
time.
Zack, though, and let him have it for one night and then take it off him the next night?
Oh, we'll take him off it on Raw.
Yeah,
that's
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
maybe the music plays and it's Brock Lesnar again. I just be like, for fuck's sake.
Paul Heyman's favour turns into Brock coming back to take the title. But yeah,
I
that's
don't know, man. Like, I just think, I think they're just gonna let it ride. Maybe let it ride till, is it Bad Blood or Backlash that's next? I can never remember the next PLE.
isn't it? It's not the Clash in Paris, is it?
It's the one. No, it's got
Backlash.
Randy's face on it.
Oh no, Backlash. I thought it was the one that's in Paris, isn't it?
No, that's Clash in Paris.
Oh, it is Clash in Paris. Okay. I think it
Tickets
might be
went on sale
Backlash.
this morning. It is Backlash.
Backlash. Fair enough.
So Backlash is like less than a month away. Backlash is on the 10th of May.
Okay.
So like that is that's like 3.5 weeks after Mania. Yeah, the tickets for Clash in Paris went on sale this morning. You didn't buy me one.
You didn't buy me one.
You said you would buy us tickets to the next event.
I definitely didn't say I was going to buy tickets to the next event. Definitely didn't. No.
Yes, you did.
No.
You did.
Definitely not.
Yes, you did.
No.
The priority pass is already sold out. You did. You totally said it. I know you did.
Definitely didn't. I think I was.
Did.
No, I'm pretty sure it was that independent show, like down the road.
We'll go into that, but you said you were going to buy us tickets for Clash in Paris.
No, not for Paris. I said it for the UK one. Again,
Yeah,
I'm not.
Technically, was Clash in Paris last year, but this year.
Well, so whatever the UK pay-per-view will be, whether it's this year or next.
Announced yet.
No, they've said they're doing another pay-per-view, a PLE.
All right, I might let you off then.
Or if not,
John Cena's going to be in Paris. John Cena's going to be in France.
Oh, well, John Cena can be there. Why not?
No, he is. He's announced.
Yeah, that's fine. Or we were going to do Forbidden Door, but again, like
which I sent to you today. It's not Forbidden Door. Is it Forbidden Door?
It is Forbidden Door.
Yes,
it leaked. It leaked last year.
Oh yeah, of course it did. Yeah, sorry, because it's not normally Forbidden Door in the UK, is it?
No, it's normally just.
No, it's the big one.
Yeah.
All In?
Yeah, All In.
Yeah.
And it was leaked last year at the arena. Someone put up this year's.
Yes,
it's Forbidden Door, which is
Forbidden.
Right, so you're going Jay. I'm going Gunther.
Yeah.
Then the main event for night one, triple threat match: Seth, Roman, Punk. What you got?
Punk's winning this, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I've got my money on Punk. Paul Heyman by his side.
I can't see anyone else but Punk winning it, to be honest.
The only thing I can see as like a curveball is Paul.
I love you, Solo.
Is Seth becomes the next Paul Heyman guy. Paul Heyman.
Steph.
No, Seth. Yeah, why not? No, Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah, becomes the next Paul Heyman guy, and Paul Heyman screws over Roman and Punk.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can see. If CM Punk doesn't win, that would be the reason. Otherwise, my money's on Punk.
You're going more shenanigans again.
Again, mate. WrestleMania standard. It's going to be a shenanigan-heavy weekend. Shenanigans everywhere.
I think Punk is winning it. I don't know how he's winning it. I think is the challenge, isn't it? So he's definitely going to win it.
Yeah.
There's
not much else.
Who he's going to pin either. This is a problem. I can't see, and I laugh about it when I say it out loud. I can't see Punk picking up Roman Reigns for a GTS. He's too big.
Just trying to think if he's since he's been back.
No,
has he picked
not to
up?
my knowledge.
Has he picked up any big guys? But again, he's only been feuding with Seth and Drew.
Yeah,
then
he's done it to Drew.
Yeah, and Drew's a big guy.
Drew,
and he's tall. Drew. He's a tall guy as well. So he could do it. Probably struggle a little bit, maybe. And I'm trying to think, who did he pick up? Did he pick up anyone in the Rumble? Probably. I reckon he can give him the GTS. I don't think it will look that nice. It will look a bit awkward.
I think it'll be stomped to Roman's head, turns round, runs into a GTS from Punk. He pins Seth. I think is the way it's going to go down.
Right. Yeah, I'll say.
But it would be more impactful if he pinned Reigns. I think that would be the big stamp on it.
I am the original Paul Heyman guy, which he is.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is he the original?
ECW, isn't it? Paul Heyman gave him his first. Like,
okay, I stand corrected. He has given him a GTS.
That's it. Here we go. Yeah.
I'm currently watching it.
Paul Heyman gave CM Punk his first like big break and brought him into ECW. So he is the
gave
original.
him a GTS literally 10 days ago.
Oh, there you go.
On SmackDown. So I stand
Damn,
corrected.
forgot about that.
That's because we don't watch the talkie. We
too much. SmackDown's too
talky.
talky. Yeah, this
See,
SmackDown this week was very talky. Cool. Yeah,
You're
both going
Punk.
Punk.
I'm going Punk.
Right. So
where are we at now, bro?
So for night one, we both went with. Hold on. So we both went with Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
We both went with El Grande Americano.
Yeah.
We both went for Fatu.
Yeah.
Both went New Day.
Yeah.
Both went Tiffany. I went Tiffany. Yep. We're torn on Gunther Jay. I'm Gunther, you're Jay. You're Yeet, I'm no Yeet.
I know, makes
no sense. You hate the Yeet. You're going to be yeeting. You and Pat McAfee are going to be both there going, they want his gas beat. See, that's it. That's you all. No.
No Yeet.
Yeah. No Yeet. Then we're both in agreement that Punk's going to win the triple threat.
Yes. Sir.
I didn't lock.
Absolutely. Positively.
Cool. So those ones there. Then we have night 2.
We are on to night number 2.
Where we have AJ Styles versus Logan Maverick Paul.
It's got to be an AJ win, hasn't it?
It's got to be. Yeah, my money's on AJ. I can't. Even though I definitely do want to see Logan do his finish. I love his finisher. It's too good.
He's going to do the finisher, but I think AJ
really
will
good
be
finisher.
The first and only guy to kick out of that finisher.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I'm not overly hyped. I'm hyped just to see AJ Styles kick the shit out of Logan Paul, but
yeah,
I reckon
it'll build up.
I reckon it'll be a good match.
Yeah, it should be. Again, 2 high flyers. I know AJ is past probably his best.
He's
he
getting
doesn't
a bit
do all the stuff that he used to do.
Yeah.
But Logan Paul again. Will there be a WrestleMania moment, like a big viral moment? I think so. What that'll be? Maybe doing his finisher off the top rope. Who knows?
Maybe something. Yeah, there'll be something there. It'll do something.
There's
no shenanigans in this one. This shenanigan-free match. Cool. So both agree. AJ Styles moving on to the Sin City Street Fight between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre.
This is the only stipulation match of the entire weekend.
That's what I mean. They needed a ladder match. They needed that tag team ladder match.
I'm not disputing that, man.
I know.
Not disputing. I agree. I think it's going to have to be my man Drew in it. You're thinking about bloody...
I'm thinking Priest.
Priest, aren't you? Why?
I am thinking Priest. I'm thinking just because... I don't know. It's hard. It's a hard one because they've both been kind of back and forth. Drew beats him up. Priest beats him up. Drew beats him up. Priest beats him up. It's been so back and forth. There's not been one person that's like always on top.
Drew's been a pirate for the last couple of weeks. Drew's winning.
Pirate. Lied. I got glass in my eye. No, you fucking didn't. No lie.
He did.
Little baby bat.
There's a video
bitch.
of the glass being taken out of his eye.
Yeah, I'll put it there.
Don't say that, man. The man in the angry kilt will come and kill you.
That's fine. He can. No, I'm going Priest. I'm putting my money on Priest.
Why? It makes no sense for Priest to win it.
I just want Priest to win. I like Priest. Out of the two, I like Priest.
Priest can then lose, and then he can go battle Fatu for the title.
So again, it's one of those ones where like whoever wins, their next.
You need to put a title on Scottish boy, on Drew. He needs a title. He deserves a title. And if Jay wins it, I can see him going after Jay and taking the title off Jay. If Gunter wins it, there's a bit more of a hard hitting match there, which again I would pay to see. I'd be happy to see.
That's what I mean. So it does kind of make sense for Drew to. Oh, God, damn! Am I changing my mind? No, I'm sticking with Priest.
See?
No, I'm sticking with Priest. But yeah, I do agree. It does like Drew it does make sense for Drew to kind of win to go after either Gunther or Jay, depending on who wins that one, because he's not going to go Intercontinental. Been there, done that.
Mm-hmm.
But then Priest, like, he had the world title, and then he kind of dropped it, and he's not really done any. He could also go after Jay and.
See.
Again, I think they're both their destination after Mania is going to be the same. It's going to be trying to get that title back. Doesn't matter who it is. So again, it doesn't matter who wins this one. So I'm just going I'm going Priest. We need to. Well, you're a bitch, so deal with it.
Whoa! Don't need to be rude.
I can do what I want.
Just because you're wrong doesn't mean you have to be rude.
I'm not wrong. My money's. I've got my Sky Bet. I've already clicked on.
You got Sky Bet, have you?
Oh, actually, I clicked on Drew. I meant click on Priest.
No, Priest is not going to win it. My boy Drew is going to win it. I don't know how he's going to win. Shenanigans.
Oh god, another shenanigan. There's no shenanigans involved in this match.
Shenanigans.
Again, it's one of those matches I'm not overly bothered about.
It'll be a good match.
It'll be good, but
yeah.
Next match, I'm intrigued. Intercontinental Championship, Fatal 4-Way, Braun, Dominic, Penta, Finn Balor.
Is it too early to put the belt on Penta?
It's a good question.
Although it was cool to see Balor do the thing this weekend. On Raw, he did the thing. He did. That's what.
Finn Balor. Are we going to see? I don't think Demon. As much as I really want Demon Finn to come back, I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen.
The only way I can see Demon Finn come back is if either him or Penta win.
Okay.
That's the only way I can see, because if Finn wins, I can see if they continue the feud with Penta, I can see Demon Finn coming back. The same again, or like either one of those win the title. I can see at some point down the road, Finn Balor brings out the Demon again.
Yeah, he needs to bring the Demon back.
Because I can guarantee Finn's gonna leave the Judgment Day.
I think Judgment Day is done, is it not?
Well, they still got it's like a little clubhouse now, isn't it? That's all it is. It's their little club. They don't really do. Like, the girls are off doing their own thing. Dominic's there, like, doing his, like, they're kind of, yeah. Dominic, obviously, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be similar. It's like Dom and Finn are going to team up a lot. And then it will get to a point where it will be like Finn and Dom will be in the ring again if it's not a ladder match. But it's no DQ, so they can, because all fatal 3-ways and 4-ways are all no DQ. So a ladder could get involved, a table could get involved, something. There'll be something that will happen between them two.
Finn and Balor turn on each other. Finn and Balor turn on each other. Finn and Dom turn on each other.
Yeah, I reckon they'll turn on each other. Something, maybe Carlito shenanigans from Carlito.
Yeah,
and then that's signals the end of Finn in the Judgment Day. Thing is, though, Braun's like such a big guy compared to these three. Are they gonna?
They keep messing around with Braun, don't they?
Yeah, it kind of feels
like I say, this is why you could bring someone like Obafemi up for the next big feud, or Hobbs, or Cobbs even. You know what I mean? I think Braun he doesn't necessarily need a big guy fight.
Rusev.
He needs something. That'd be an interesting one. Sheamus. But again, Sheamus and him have had some really good fights. I'm just gutted again that Sheamus is not in the mix for this, because again, if someone deserves that Intercontinental, is Sheamus to get the infamous Grand Slam. Yeah,
I would have. I would replace Dom with Sheamus, because then you kind of have Braun and Sheamus, the two kind of big guys, versus Penta and Finn, the fast flying, high flying guys.
Yeah. You don't know who to pick now, do you?
No.
I think it's too early to put it on Penta, but he's so over with the crowd, and the merch sales would be amazing.
They would go crazy.
For a business point of view, Penta would be the business choice.
What's best?
All about the business.
As you say, what's best for business?
Mm-hmm. Who are you going?
I'm torn.
Who you going?
I'm taking Bron. I'm taking Bron.
You sticking with Bron?
I'm sticking with Bron. Bron to retain. Surprisingly, he's not on Sky Bet.
Interesting.
Then yeah, I've only got the world.
He's the bloody champion.
I know, but there's only one more match left on Sky Bet, unless they might update it tomorrow.
Interesting.
Or maybe they'll update it and add more, because say that the last match they've got on there is the women's world triple threat match there. Weird.
To
be fair, they only recently just removed Randy Orton and Kevin Owens off of it, because they still had him on there like for ages.
Yeah. Fair.
What are you saying? What are we saying?
I don't know. I legitimately don't know. I don't.
It's a really tough one. That's what I mean. Like I can't.
Finn could carry it, but does Finn need it? Like, does Penta need it? I think Finn wins it.
You're gonna go Finn,
and then becomes more of a dickhead than he has been.
Yeah, I think because this match is so it could go either way, apart from Don.
No, I think if Dom wins it, he walks around with his bollocks out. Big Billy Dom.
They to be fair, they let Jay win the Rumble. They could let Dom win an Intercontinental title.
I'm kind of with you thinking that Bron will retain, but I kind of want a new story.
That's what I'd rather Penta or Finn pick it up than Bron take it. But I'm so torn on who. That's why I'm just gonna go. Bron's gonna retain.
Let's slap it into Penta. Fuck it. Let's have something different.
Okay, so Bron and Penta.
Bron and Penta.
Women's Tag Team Championship: Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez versus Bayley and Valkyrie.
Stupid match. Sorry.
It's just such a. We're gonna both kind of rant on it because it's. I don't get like. Well, I think we said this on the last one. Bayley was fighting Valkyrie for the Intercontinental title. It looked like they were gonna Bayley didn't shake a hand, then changed their mind. Then they put him in literally a tag match 3 days later on SmackDown in a gauntlet match. They ran the gauntlet. I just don't. Why are you letting the Intercontinental champion go after the tag titles with Bayley? Valkyrie should have a triple threat match. That could be another one. A 6-person ladder match. This is for the Intercontinental title. That's what that title's for. This match makes no fucking sense. And Bayley and Valkyrie make no fucking sense to be the ones going for this title.
I don't disagree. I said this to you originally. It makes absolutely no sense why this match exists. Well,
other than to piss people off.
Match exists is why those teams exist.
Yeah.
Out of all the tag teams that you have available, there was 2 legitimate tag teams.
And then 2 they threw together.
Yeah, and 3 or 2 that they threw together that makes no sense. Again, unless my theory from NXT comes true, which would be amazing, because that would be the best swerve ever, and I should be a writer for WWE.
Never going to happen.
I'm just saying, it would make sense, no? Just to have that come out, and then Cora and God damn it, Cora and I can see her say
Roxanne Perez
win the bloody belts. Bloody hell. But they need to split the bloody belts anyway. But this could be a way of doing it.
Yeah.
A triple pin. Triple pin. Don't know how you do a triple pin, but triple pin. Quad pin, a single, a double pin. I don't know.
I would much prefer if that is the case and that does happen, because at least then it makes this match interesting. And I'm going to be pissed if Bayley and Valkyrie win these titles.
Valkyrie should not be in this match. She should be defending her own bloody title. Again, we've talked about it. We've ranted about it. The Intercontinental title is a title. It's not the Speed bloody title. it's a title. It's a mid-card title with some new prestige, and it needs to be enhanced. Her winning the tag team doesn't make any sense at all. Although, I will tell you about my theory.
Go for it.
And my theory is, there's a theory, again, going around the internet, and it's something that's really interesting to me. Bayley gets attacked WrestleMania by Liv and Raquel. She's injured, can't compete. Lyra goes out. Becky Lynch's music kicks in. And the Irish connection kicks back in. So you've got the two Irish lasses coming back together.
Interesting. Again, I'm
easy way for Becky to come back for one match.
Yeah. Still annoyed that Valkyrie's going for the tag titles. That's it.
Or they take out her. They take out Lyra. And Becky comes back.
Oh yeah, Becky and Bayley. I'd be okay with that one. But I just I just don't want Valkyrie in it. She needs to defend. No. She needs to defend her Intercontinental title separately.
Yeah, and I think that's a really nice way to kind of bring Becky Lynch back. Whether or not she stays around permanently is a different story.
Because that's another thing. Because this night 2's only got 6 matches. That's a 7th match. Intercontinental title. There's your 7th.
Let's not even get me started on the US title.
There's another one. There's the 8th match. Where the fuck's the US title? Where's Chelsea's title? There's 2 matches there. There's 2 titles there that aren't represented. Represented at Mania.
But the other one is Paige. I still think Paige might turn up at WrestleMania.
Do you reckon?
And I know that she's saying right now that she's not in the right headspace or blah 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 blah. Could be a swerve. Same as Becky Lynch's stuff that came out this week, where she's like, "Oh, well, I'm not wrestling anymore, but my husband is." It's like, you look like you're ready to go, Becky Lynch. The moment someone says, "Can you wrestle?" you'll be like, "Yes, mate. I'm on the plane." I don't know, man. I just think there's an opportunity there for Lyra or Bayley to be taken out of the match, and there's a big return for somebody. And for me personally, it would be a Becky Lynch return, which would be phenomenal.
Yeah, that would be. If as long as she's replacing Valkyrie, I'm on board.
You're on board with it.
I'm on board, and I would be on board with them taking the titles.
Okay, if that doesn't happen though, and it's just those two, you're sticking with Raquel and Liv.
Yeah, because I'll be pissed off if Bayley and Valkyrie win it.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm happy with Liv and Raquel.
I'm fully expecting you to get pissed off because it'll be fun.
Oh yeah, I'm fully gonna get pissed off. I might just leave the room. I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna skip.
But it's funny because what we've said about night 1, we've talked about 2 toilet breaks. We've not talked about a single toilet break in night 2. We're quite engaged with all the matches on night 2.
True.
Which I find really interesting. I think it's done on purpose, by the way.
Probably.
I think they need to have that energy for night 2.
Yeah, because there's less matches, maybe.
There's only
2 more matches left. So next one is the Women's World Championship Triple
Big
Threat.
match.
Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair.
Io's retaining.
I've also got my money on Io. As much as I would, again, I love Rhea Ripley. She's been a great women's champion. She's done some amazing stuff, and I just don't want her to retain. To get the title, to pick it up again. I think it was kind of it was really weird where it was just obviously she was feuding with Liv. Liv won the title, got injured, disappeared, came back, feuded with Liv, took the title off Liv, and then it was literally just cool, we're done. Liv didn't get a rematch, and it was she then just got straight into
matches,
Liv and Raquel. You're going after the tag titles. No, Liv, you ain't going. You're not having the women's title again. Sorry.
Yeah.
You basically just held it until Rhea was medically cleared. Yeah, you kept it warm until Rhea was medically cleared, and she was taking it back. And then you gone. So I would
technically put her on the shelf though. So
she did.
I can see why she was upset about it.
But yeah, I would much out of those 3. Again, it's there's not really been any fallback folly. Is the word? No, maybe. With Bianca, with Bianca and the whole Naomi J Cargill thing. There was one. She addressed it one time, and then it hasn't been addressed since.
No.
So again, I'm just like, is it going to be... The only thing I think of is if Bianca wins, then there's going to be some sort of Jade Cargill Naomi feud. It's just like, cool, well, I want the title now. Give me it. Like, there'll be something there maybe. But I would much rather Io keep it. I think she's worked her ass off to get that title, and her character's like really better. She's done like some amazing stuff with the ring, and like especially over like the last like month with the whole Rhea like shenanigans getting involved. It's been really good and quite entertaining. Like, I'm actually looking forward to this match.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think it's going to be one of the best matches of the weekend. But I think, yeah, Kairi Sane coming back. I think, again, we talked about shenanigans to the ends of the earth, but I think Kairi coming back will be a massive boost for Io. Or she comes back and costs Io the title. And again, this is then leading into other conversations of stories and.
Yeah, I'd like it if Kairi Sane and Oscar were like ringside, just like hey, and here, and like that would, and like but like
Damage Control is back.
Yeah, and Io didn't know they were going to be ringside, and it's just like a massive surprise they were there. That'd be really good. And then they could have like Io retains, and then they could have like a little reunion in the ring. It'd be great. Everyone would love it.
Everyone would they?
Yeah, they would.
Just you. I think it's just you.
Everyone.
Just you. No, it's just you.
No, you would too.
But yeah, no, I think Io to retain, but I think Kairi is going to be involved somehow. I don't know how she's going to be involved, but I just feel like there's going to be a Kairi Sane moment. And then like, where did the other two go? I think you're right. The Jade Cargill thing isn't finished. Again, potentially Jade Cargill finds out actually it was Bianca. Could you imagine Bianca being a heel? Ugh.
That's what like, but then yeah. So like Bianca has somewhere to go. Rhea doesn't really.
Rhea was always chasing the title.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with Rhea after. It's just like cool. Do they send her over to? Do they send her over to SmackDown and just be like, hey, you can go. You can go feud with Tiffany. Like, I think she'd destroy Tiffany, but yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see, unless they just like continue the feud with she just stays feuding with Io.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I say, there's a few shenanigans that I feel are going to happen, but I just don't know where they're going to go from there. So we just gotta wait and see, I suppose. As always,
but both would agree Io will retain.
Io to retain.
Then finally. The big match, the one we've all been waiting for since Elimination Chamber.
Yes, sir.
When John Cena sold his soul. The undisputed WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. What are we saying? John Cena's going to get his 17th title. On his farewell tour with shenanigans from The Rock.
Yes. Do you disagree?
No, I'm pretty much sure that would be in agreement with that. John Cena picks it up with shenanigans from Dwayne.
I'm zooming in. Look at me. Zooming in. John Cena.
You can't see me.
John Cena. Is winning.
I don't have a lot to say about this match, to be fair. I'm excited for it. Don't have a lot to say. I'm just going to think John Cena's getting his 17th title due to shenanigans provided by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And the only thing I want, if he doesn't come out to his Thugonomics, I'm pissed. Yeah, if he doesn't come out to Thugonomics, I'm pissed. He needs to come out to Thugonomics. No, he just needs to.
He needs to come out with something. It needs to be a John Cena entrance. But it might not be. It might just be like John Cena and he just walks out on stage.
Just
like
no
excitement. Just John Cena being John Cena. Obviously Cody's going to get his moment of big pyros and all the other shit that Cody does.
And the biggest whoa.
Yeah. Obviously The Rock's going to be around.
Of course
don't
he
know
is.
how he's going to feature into it.
Maybe no shenanigans, and he hands the title to John Cena.
No way. You're drunk if you think that's going to happen.
So no shenanigans. John Cena gets a clean win over Cody.
No chance.
Then The Rock comes out, shakes hands with John, raises his arm with the title.
No. He says to John, lay down, and lets him pin him.
What, so Dwayne can have a title?
And then The Rock takes the title at WrestleMania.
Nah, I can't. Nah, I can't. I can't.
About it, for a minute, you were like,
I was just like,
that would be absolutely hilarious.
I was just like,
everyone would be like,
it would be,
everyone would
fuck it, it would be very hilarious. But
you'd be talking about it for weeks.
Yeah.
Like, if you wanted that
I think a lot of people would be, more people would be like, what just happened? This makes no sense. Hang on a minute. Wait, what's going on?
Yeah, but that's kind of what you want, though, isn't it?
I think a lot.
You want somebody to talk about it after the pay per view, and someone to say, "Hang on, The Rock's just come out. John Cena's just won the title, but he's laying down. What the fuck is going on here?"
I think that's what WWE's like hunting for, like, and going for these like they're going for those like social media, basically what breaks the internet. Jey Uso winning the Rumble. John Cena winning,
that would break the internet.
Yeah, John Cena turning heel, like that. I think that's what they're looking, breaks the internet. That's what they're looking for. So that would, if John Cena picks up the title, Rock comes down, lay on the floor, takes John Cena's soul and the title off of him.
Just be like, what in the hell has just happened? John Cena has just laid down for The Rock to then pin him 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Or The Rock becomes special guest referee.
Oh God, could you imagine?
I don't know. Yeah, but The Rock will get involved somehow. I don't know how he's going to get involved. But I see Cena winning. I think at WrestleMania.
This is where
it's the last final. No more WrestleManias. You know what I mean? Like the grandest stage of them all.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
he has to win it.
He does. He does. Yeah, that match. So, that's not even on, mate. Sky Bet, sort your shit out. Why is that match not even on here?
Yes, Sky Bet. I think I'm banned on Sky Bet, so I can slag them off. Fuck you, Sky Bet.
Mate, you can't even do it as a fucking accumulator. You have to do it individually. That's bullshit. Fuck you, Sky Bet.
Fuck you, Sky Bet.
Hey, you ain't getting none of my money. But there. Okay, cool. So
gamble responsibly, folks.
Yeah. Shut up. Right, so we're going right in agreement. We've gone AJ Styles.
Yes.
We're torn. You're gone. You Drew. I'm Damien.
Yes.
You're a weirdo. I'm Braun. You're Finn.
Yeah.
We're both Liv and Raquel.
Yeah.
We're both Io. We're both John Cena. There you go. Yeah. There you have it. That is our predictions for the WrestleMania weekend in the books. Obviously, if Randy Orton does come out, does his open challenge, I'm going with Rusev. That's my prediction. I thought you were
going to say you're going. It'll be me, sir.
Me, yeah. Spoilers. I will be there. I will be coming down the ramp.
Spoilers. I've won a last-minute trip to Las Vegas.
Yeah,
and
I will be his opponent for night 2.
Competition you won.
I'm going. Yeah, I'm going with Rusev.
To come back. We should have done like returns as a returns thing. Like how many returns do we think are going to happen over this weekend?
Where are we including like Raw after Mania? Because SmackDown after Mania, we already know Malachi's.
We already know Aleister Black's coming back, so that doesn't count. I think over WrestleMania weekend, which is the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the Monday. There we go. I'm going to say 4. That's a big number. I think 4 is a big number.
Just trying to think. Returns. So
The Rock returning is a return. So that's 1. Rusev, maybe. El Generico, 3.
It's not. Yeah. Yeah, but what? And then and then you said Becky as well, didn't you?
Oh, I think Becky's coming back. Okay. Becky or Paige? I'd love it to be one or the other. I'd love it for both. I just don't know how it would be both.
I'm going to go 3 returns. I'll go Rusev. We'll include The Rock, even though he's not really returning. He's just making his reappearance again.
It's returning.
Nah, he's always there. It's not
You
like
just literally defined what a return is.
how.
Because he's coming back. That is a return.
But yeah, all right. If you want to get technical about it, if you want to get technical, fine.
I do want to get technical.
I'm thinking like someone who's been out of the company for like a year plus. Someone who's like left the company. So you can't.
Then that's different though. That's a.
So I'm only thinking one, which would be Rusev.
Yeah, I was going to say Rusev. Yeah.
Yeah. Rusev return.
Technically, Becky's not under contract, so she would be a return. You're talking
Yeah, you
like
can
left the company.
Yeah, you can. I'll let you have Becky. No, I'm the Rock.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Yeah, cool.
I'm excited. I think I'm a little bit excited. I'm not really excited. I think that's the big difference this year. Like, I'm more excited for NXT again, but then I'm always excited about NXT because I can't remember the last time there was a bad NXT pay-per-view.
That's the problem. Like, over the years, NXT pay-per-views have always been better than the main pay-per-views, PLEs, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm sticking with pay-per-views because that's what it should be.
You stick to whatever you want, big boy.
Yeah, NXT pay-per-views have just been on another level compared to like, and it shouldn't be that way. NXT is not. It's your mid-card like roster. SmackDown or Raw, like they're the ones that need to be the creme de la creme, the fucking cream of the like. They need to be the top, the cherry on the top of all your fucking Sundays. Like that is what needs to be. But NXT is like miles ahead.
I can see it happening next year though, where Evolve is in the NXT place and NXT is in its own thing again next year. You know what I mean? I think next year you'll see an Evolve thing at WrestleMania.
Yeah, there'll be something. Oh shit, we haven't talked. Are they doing an Andre the Giant Battle Royale?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh, is that going to be on SmackDown on Friday? Damn.
Yeah, this is my point. They put it
Why?
on SmackDown. There's nothing for the pre-show, the kickoff show.
Well, we already talked, but what did we after the show? Saying like, obviously the kickoff show last Mania was just talk. There was no kickoff show match.
No.
Like there might have been for the crowd that were there, but for people watching at home, it was just talks and promos.
Yeah.
That was
They've
it.
They've not announced who's going to be part of it, by the way. So that could be a Rey Fenix win very early. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it is happening. Yeah, it is happening on SmackDown on Friday. It is not happening in the kickoff show.
I'm disappointed.
Yes.
Disappointed.
I knew you would be. And I don't know why I didn't bring it up. But yeah, it basically just says...
Yeah, I completely forgot. Yeah, well, you never know who's going to be in the actual... They never really announce who's in it. It just turns on and there's a load of men in the ring. You're like, hang on a minute.
Oh, I was well confused then. It was like, with names like Bronson Reed, Braun Strowman, and more hoisting up the trophy, who will join the star-studded winner list? I forgot Bronson Reed won it. I was like, shit, is he back? He's not.
No, I was going to say, is Bronson Reed going to make a return this week? But no, he's not. He's still not.
He's
still not medically cleared.
He has been back on X saying that he is back on X, but he's not cleared to wrestle yet.
Fair enough.
But I'm just going to put out there, Bronson Reed and Hobbs as a tag team would be utterly disgusting as well. The ring would shake very much so.
Fair enough.
I think that's covered everything.
Yeah,
I don't think there's anything else. I'm just trying to see if there's any names at all, but there wasn't. Raw Karrion Kross. That was interesting to see.
Oh yeah, I forgot he had a match against AJ, and it's the first time Kross has been in the ring in ages.
On the main roster anyway, because he's been doing the back stuff, hasn't he? With main event and stuff. But my point is that he and AJ had this feud going, and then him and Logan Paul got into it. So
could that be?
There might be some more.
Could that be the shenanigans for their match? I think night two, we only had one match that had shenanigans.
This is what happens when you don't put stipulations in your match, WWE.
Yeah.
Joe Henry coming in to do the Battle Royale. That would be quite interesting.
Oh yeah, no, could that be interesting? Yeah.
Austin Theory.
Moose.
Ludwig. Ludwig would be an interesting one.
Oh yeah, I wonder if because he's not really doing much.
No, we'll have to wait and see on Friday because they've absolutely not named anyone for it at all. So it'll be a very nice big surprise. It'll probably open SmackDown as well.
Cool. Well, I think that's it. Obviously, the next time we'll do this, it will be the week. So we won't do one on Sunday because night 2 is like midnight Sunday.
We literally would cover night 1 and NXT.
Yeah, exactly, and it'd be pointless. So we might as well. The following weekend, we can actually do a Stand and Deliver, WrestleMania, Raw, and SmackDown. We'll have and NXT. We'll have like a big.
Do the whole week.
We'll have the week after. We'll have the week after. We'll have the. So there'll probably be a lot to talk about next week.
You're not going to remember everything.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm going to have to write stuff. I'm going to have to write stuff down.
You're actually going to write stuff down.
I did it literally on the first episode. I wrote a load of shit down. And I haven't done it since.
The commitment to this cause.
I'm a busy man. I've got stuff to do.
You're busy. You're not busy at all.
I am.
You're not. Don't lie. Stop lying to people.
I'm a busy man.
No, you're not busy at all.
You just literally like to think I'm not busy, but I am.
You've literally sat at home and done nothing.
I drove to Cambridge today.
Well done. You drove an hour one way and an hour back. Claps for you.
No, I drove an hour one way, did loads of work, then drove an hour back.
Two visits and then drove back.
No, I definitely did. I wish I'd only had 2 visits. I would have been back well before 6 o'clock. So community thing did 1, 2, 4 machines in there. Then went into Cambridge City, did McDonald's, did Waitrose, did. Then I had to go back to the office, do the San Marino, the 4CTS, the 4C, the Bristol. Hey, I've done even though it's only 5 jobs, but each of those jobs had multiple fucking machines.
You're a multiple machine.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you very much for watching.
That's a compliment.
No, no, it's too late. You already said it. I'm a machine.
No. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a good WrestleMania weekend. And if Liam is alive, which potentially may not happen, he'll be around next week.
Yeah, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.